We are seeing asymmetrical necklaces as a hot new trend. This one combines the classic elegance of a simple link and chain necklace with a creative modern twist. So easy to change up and customize, and much simpler than you might think to make. Hi, I'm Patty, a jewelry designer here at Fire Mountain Gems and Beads, and today I'm going to show you how to make a fun and flirty asymmetrical necklace.
Get our email newsletter for beading news, sale announcements, new product announcements, and more. Link is in the description below.
The asymmetrical chain necklace is a fresh new look in jewelry, and there are endless options for changing it up and making it your own. In this piece, we've used a gold toggle clasp, gold chain, and amethyst beads. It's a stunning combination that is sure to bring a lot of attention, but you can use your beads and chain in so many other combinations. There's so many materials that you could use to make your asymmetrical necklace. We use a toggle clasp as a focal in this necklace, and we have so many of those available for you. Make sure and check those out on the website. You can use all different types of beads. Here we've got some crystal beads, gemstones, all kinds of different options for you there. And we have such a plethora of different chain that really will change up the look of your necklace. There's this wonderful beaded chain. Isn't that pretty? A real favorite these days is paperclip chain. As you see, the kind of elongated chain. We've got a really tiny paperclip chain here. So pretty. And then we have just our basic standard cable chain. It's flattened a bit and it's got some flash. There are so many options. Make sure and go check those out. So the first thing I'm going to do to make this necklace is go ahead and cut the chain. We have a smaller cable chain here, and we have this beautiful larger double cable chain that we're going to use. So let's bring that in. So you can see here's the double cable chain. This is so beautiful. Really is a nice thick chain. And I've already gone ahead and cut a 13-inch length of that we'll use for the top of the necklace. Then for the smaller cable chain, we need a 3.75-inch length, a 2.75-inch length, and a 2-inch length that I've already pre-cut. To make the links and the drop in this necklace, we're going to use some beautiful 8mm amethyst rounds and 1-inch gold-plated eye pins. So I'll go ahead and get one of those out. And we'll set this aside. And we'll make our first link. So a link is just a bead with an eye on either side. So I'm going to take my eye pin and thread it through my amethyst bead here. And today I'm going to do this the easy way. I'm going to use the one-step looper tool to make the eye. It's so simple. All you do is put the pin in there and squeeze the handle, and it gives you a perfect eye. Just kind of pop it off of there. And then you have your link. And I'll just take my chain nose pliers to kind of close that up. It leaves it open so you can add it to things, but I'm going to close it up for now. And there we have our first link. Next, we're going to make a drop. A drop uses a 1-inch head pin instead of an eye pin. And this is the end of the necklace. We don't want an eye at the end, so we have the head pin. So I'll grab another amethyst bead and we'll just thread it on. And again, I'm going to use my one-step looper. We'll just put it right in the valley. It goes right below kind of that pin there. And you just squeeze it and you've got a perfect loop. And I guess I'll just leave that one open for now because I'm going to use that one later. Okay, by video magic, we have all of the links in the drop made. So I made a chain of 4, 2 chains of 2, and a chain of 3, and of course our drop. So now all that's left is to construct the necklace. It's so easy. The first thing we're going to do is attach this 13-inch chain, the double cable, to the bar end of the toggle clasp. And we'll do that using a 4mm 20 gauge jump ring. Just open it sideways, add the toggle bar like that, and then add the last link in the chain like that. And then just close it up. It's a double chain, so you add both of the double links at the end, just as a little note. And just rock that connection back and forth, make it nice and tight. There you have the first part of the construction. The next thing we'll do is attach the 3 smaller chains to the round end of the toggle clasp. So let me lay those out, biggest to smallest. So we want them in order. Let's see here. Just kind of visually inspect that. Good. We want the smallest one, the medium, and then the largest. And we'll use a few jump rings to do that. I'm just going to get a few out here for our construction. Pick up your jump ring and use it to attach each of the chains to the round end of the toggle. So just add the chain on there. Add the toggle on there. Wonderful. I'm just going to lay it out like that. Actually, I think we'll go the other way. And then I'll make sure and do the medium one next, right next to it. There we go. Oops. So close up the jump ring until you put the toggle on there. There we go. All right, so we've got smallest, medium, and largest will be at the bottom there. So add that last chain and then make sure you're going next to the medium one here. Close that nicely. And there you have the chain construction for the small chain. And then we have the large chain done. So now all that's left is to add on all the links and then finally the drop. Okay, everyone's here at the party and ready to assemble. I've poured out some jump rings and went ahead and opened some. That makes it a lot easier when you're just doing repetition with jump rings. So let's grab one of those guys. Just make sure you get it right at the tip of your plier. And we're going to add the end of that double chain to the end of the link of 4 links, the length of 4 links. And then go ahead and close up that jump ring nice and tight. And there we have the beginning. It's starting to come together. Then we're going to add the short chain to the end of this link right here. And then after that, before we close the jump ring, we're going to add a link of 2. So let's grab a jump ring. Get it nice and positioned. Where you position the jump ring in your pliers is really important. It makes it real easy to close up later. So get right at the tip. That's good. Okay, So I have it in order. I'm actually going to start with the 2. And then we want the chain in the center, so I'll add the end of the chain. And then I'll add the end of this 4 links, like that. And then we'll just close up that jump ring. Look how easy it is to put this together. And it's so impressive looking when you're finished. It's really just a bunch of jump rings. Okay, so we've got that started. Let me move my jump rings out of the way there. The next thing we're going to do is add the medium link to the bottom of this double link here. And then we're going to add another double link like that. So we'll go ahead and grab a jump ring. My jump rings are all over the place today. And just position that. And then again, I'll start at the bottom here and grab the link of 2 and then the end of the medium chain and then the end of the link of 2 already attached. Like that. Okay. And we'll just close that up nice and tight. Closing your jump rings tight is really important to make this last. Okay. Oh, it's really coming together. Isn't that pretty? All right, so you can tell we're going to add the longest chain to the bottom of this 2 link, and then we're going to add our 3. Whoops, 1 fell off my 3. Well, we'll fix it. That's why it's really important to close everything up nice and tight. So this is actually a good thing that happened, so you can see how important it is to take attention to detail in closing up your loops and your jump rings. So we'll open up the single link and make it a triple with this double. And just close that up nice and tight. Make sure the tip hits the stem of the eye pin there. Okay, now we have our triple to add to our chain and our double. So let's grab a jump ring to do that. And I'll add the triple on first. Let's use the other end there. There we go. And then add the end of the longest chain, just like that. And then the end of that last double that you attached. Perfect. And I'm going to make sure this one at the very end is all closed up. That one was a little open. There we go. So now look at how this necklace is really coming together. The only thing left is to go ahead and add the drop at the end. So I'll go ahead and pick up the drop and add it to the end of the necklace. Close that up nice and tight. And there you have your beautiful asymmetrical necklace. It is so simple. Now that you've learned to create an asymmetrical necklace, I hope it inspires you to make even more unique jewelry. If you use it as an inspiration or make one yourself, be sure to post it and tag us. We'd love to see what you create. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and sign up for our email newsletter. Links to that and to the materials in the piece you've seen today are in the description box below. We'll see you next time.